Convicted pedophile and accused sex trafficker Jeffrey Epstein died yesterday in an apparent suicide. And many people, including lawmakers and the Attorney General, want to know how it could have happened while he was in federal custody in Manhattan. The Attorney General has already ordered the Inspector General to investigate. Polo Sandoval has more.
The millionaire financier turned convicted pedophile Jeffrey Epstein had been held in Manhattan's Metropolitan Correctional Center since his arrest in early July. He pleaded not guilty to federal charges after prosecutors accused him of sex trafficking dozens of underage girls, some as young as 14. His request to await trial at his Upper East Side mansion was denied, and he was ordered to stay at the federal facility. Prison officials say Epstein was found dead in his cell early Saturday morning. Shocking news for Epstein's accusers, who have continued to speak out in the more than a month since his arrest.
Did Jeffrey Epstein rape you?
Yeah, no, he raped me.
Jennifer Arose, who told NBC in July that Epstein had raped her when she was a minor at his New York mansion, was angry at news of his death. "I am angry Jeffrey Epstein won't have to face his survivors of his abuse in court. We have to live with the scars of his actions for the rest of our lives, while he will never face the consequences of the crimes he committed." An attorney for Epstein called for an investigation into Epstein's death and released a personal statement blaming politicians, prosecutors, judges, the press, plaintiffs' lawyers, and jail workers for Epstein's death. All these actors appear to bear some responsibility for his calamity. All seem to have a share of Mr. Epstein's blood on their hands. All should be ashamed of their behavior. Epstein's death comes less than 24 hours after thousands of pages of revealing documents were unsealed in a case from an Epstein accuser against one of his former associates. The 2015 defamation suit was filed by Virginia Giuffre, who says she was underage when Epstein kept her as a sex slave for years, flying her around the world to have sex with powerful men. After getting news of Epstein's death, Giuffre's attorney tells the reckoning of accountability begun by the voices of brave and truthful victims should not end with Jeffrey Epstein's cowardly and shameful suicide. We are hopeful that the government will continue to investigate and will focus on those who participated and facilitated Epstein's horrifying sex trafficking scheme that damaged so many. This wasn't Epstein's first experience behind bars. He struck a controversial deal with Florida prosecutors to avoid federal charges in 2007, and the following year he pleaded guilty to state prostitution charges, spending just 13 months in custody. Epstein's legal team argued the plea deal was the reason Epstein shouldn't be prosecuted in New York.